As we come to the end of the Huis project, I'm sort of thinking about all of those key decisions that I had to make, and one of them involved, what am I going to do for the roof? And the answer has been, and it's been the right answer in my opinion anyway, to go with colour steel, to go with long run, but also to add in there two extra features. One is that it's a true oak profile, and if you look behind me you can see there's a really sharp contrast, the shadow line there, and that's because the profile is taller. It's more like corrugated iron of, maybe 50 years ago. Does two things. One, looks fantastic on the steep pitch roof. On the shallow roof, it carries more water, so it's a better solution for a flat pitched roof. The other thing is that we've gone with colour steel matte tidal drift, and I think that that just adds a certain something to the house. It settles the whole of this old cottage down, and I am absolutely delighted. One of the decisions that I made early on is to use Resene Paints, which I have done for a number of years. So looking around, I can see that we've got some lustracryl, we've got some decking paint, we've got a semi-gloss on the door there, but it all started with the preparation. So the eco decorators that I've used, Carl and the team, have done a great job with the preparation, with the paint selection, and then with their final painting as well. As we get to the end of it, I want to do a couple of things. One is I'm really grateful for the way that it's turned out. I think that the colour choice, the product choice has been great, and then I'm going to do my part as well and make sure that I'm back in a year's time to wash it, because that's going to keep it looking as good as it is today for many years into the future. I'm in the kitchen, obviously enough, and well, without going on about it, I actually think it works really, really well. And there were a couple of challenges. It is not the biggest space in the world. I didn't have the option of extending out. I didn't want to lose that wall. I didn't want to move the kitchen anywhere else in the house. So keeping it pretty much in its original layout has worked for us. And I've needed to get the laundry in here. So Fisher & Paykel washing machine, Fisher & Paykel dryer, and ducting. That's really important in this kitchen. Plenty of space for the fridge. That's in there. That's doing well. Some overhead cupboards. Popped in this little pantry. This was an idea that I worked on with the team from T Brothers Cabinet Makers. So a little bit unusual, some new hardware in there, a little sensor light that the guys from Devonport Electrical have set up in there. I think it works really, really well. Overhead cabinets, Fisher & Paykel microwave, some drawers through there, rubbish bin in here, rubbish bin and recycling, a little bit of extra storage underneath. By moving that window over, I've been able to create space for these overhead cabinets. That gives me some valuable extra storage space, but also allows me to pop in the Fisher & Paykel range hood power pack in there. And in this instance, I know range hoods look pretty good, but I wanted to hide this one within the cabinetry. I think that's a really tidy solution. Then obviously I've got oven and hobs here. We've gone for gas. The bench top sweeps all the way around is Caesar stone from AGB Stone, and I really, really love it. It came together really well, and it sort of has like a matte feel to it. It almost feels warm, which is unusual for stone. Tiles from Tile Space, same ones that we used in the bathroom, but we've wrapped that round so it gives me a little bit of consistency. And then we've got the plumb line tap, Burns and Ferrell sink, and I really like the fact that I've got a little sliding window here with a view out to the vegetable patch when that gets underway there. So sliding window from Altus Joinery, a really good solution in this space. Single dish drawer there, some good sized cutlery storage underneath. Again, it's a compact kitchen, but working with the team from T Brothers, we've come up with, I think, a really, really good solution. And then there is perhaps one of the most striking features of the kitchen, and that is the colour. So I've opted for Resene double stack. It's been spray lacquered on. It looks fantastic. And for the house, which is kind of reasonably muted with the half merino and the foggy grey, this really gives it a bit of punch. It is a great kitchen, and my thanks to everyone who's worked on it. I'm reflecting back on decisions that we made, possibly months ago in terms of where do we go to find lights, for example. So we went to the team at Lighting Direct, and in the store there we were able to have a look at a range of products, obviously, and opted for a relatively simple selection. We've gone for some tiltable downlights here in the lean-to. I wanted to accentuate the breakfast bar, so we've got some funky black spotlights in there, and then throughout the house we've gone for that classical sort of globe with the LED bulb in them, and I think it's worked really, really well. While I've worked with the team at Metro Performance Glass for a number of years with their retrofit double glazing program, I've never actually had the opportunity on one of my own projects to install double glazing into brand new joinery. And now that I've been in the house as we've done the final preparations for people to move in, it's emphasised for me a number of things, those benefits around double glazing. It is certainly keeping the heat in as we get into winter. While I was here in summer, you could see the benefit and feel the benefit of the fact that it was reflecting some of that heat as well in the height of summer. And then there is also the quietness and the solidity that you get with it. So it's been a great sort of reminder, refreshment for me of the benefits of double glazing. So I'm looking down at the floor right now. It's a quick step engineered flooring solution. We've gone for French oak with a matte finish, and then In June and the team at Extreme Flooring laid it for us, and they did a great job of the preparation and a fantastic job of the laying, and everybody loves it. For those of you who have ever done a renovation or a new build, you have lots of curious friends come through at the end of the project, and we have had a number of people come through both to help us and simply to have a look at what we've been doing over the last couple of weeks. And it's fair to say that one part of this house kind of steals the show. And interestingly enough for me, it was something that I wanted to get rid of right at the beginning. So I gave serious consideration to simply removing the chimney. I'm really pleased that we've decided to keep it. I think that the way that we've treated it has been quite outstanding, to be blunt. I love the fact that we've been able to apply this rock coat render over it just enough so that we're still honest about what's behind there. You know, you can see the lines, you can see a touch of the brick through it, and then we've got the functionality of a surface that's easy to look after by applying the Resene concrete sealer over the top of it. As we come to the end of the Huis Project, I'm reflecting back on the work that I've been involved in, that the subcontractors and the tradies that have worked on this job have been involved in, and we've all worked to create a house effectively. But then somebody has to make it into a home, and that is a skill that I don't have. The great thing is this project has been a collaboration, and Debbie, my wife, has created a fabulous home. Here's some of the best of it.